The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, I'm Donta.
And hey, I'm Dana.
And welcome to the Donta Show.
What's up, Village? It's your boy Kwame, the man with the plan behind the stands. I'm going to go ahead and make this quick because some of y'all got mouths and be talking mess in the comments and saying that the intro commercial is too long. So, I got something for you. Here we go. Let's get into it. Before we bring out these awesome kings, I need you to stop what you're doing. Excuse me? Excuse me? Ma'am, sir, you, you. Whether you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, I need you to go ahead and share this live stream. Donta and Dana didn't get all dressed up for you not to share their melanated goodness, so share. You share everything else up in here. Share some quality content for your boys. Now that we mentioned YouTube, are you subscribed to the Donta Show's YouTube? Oh, you're not? Oh, girl. I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. Join the village. Go over to www.youtube.com/Donta Morrison. And when you get a chance, head over to Dr. Morrison's. That's right, your boy got his PhD. Head over to Dr. Donta Morrison's website, www.dontamorrison.com, where you can learn more about the man, the myth, the legend known as Donta. And while you're at it, grab some TDS merch and his books. Yes, purchase those smutty books filled with smut. Grab The End of the Rainbow and Yesterday Clarified. And last but not least, head over to the company that put this all together, Pyro Media Network. Pyro Media Network is a proactive network focused on providing an innovative space for content creators and entrepreneurs. PMN is dedicated to giving its viewers a diverse entertainment experience while helping content creators elevate their production, engagement, and overall branding. To date, PMN has reached over 1 million viewers and listeners internationally, produced over 52 successful shows with high ratings and fanfare, and has housed over 60 content creators, brands, and businesses through entertainment and consulting services exclusive to PMN. Pyro Media Network is a network that makes you feel at home. So if you have an idea for a show, podcast, or need some professional video and audio production for your business or brand, then join the Pyro family today. Go ahead and visit www.pyromedianetwork.com and we will show you how to go to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please help me welcome my brothers from another mother, the dynamic duo, the melanated kings themselves, Donta and Dana. Let's get it. Let's go!
What's up, family? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to another round of the Donta Show with your boy, Donta Morrison. Tonight is going to be another phenomenal conversation that I hope inspires you, motivates you, and keeps us engaged one with the other. I'm glad to see those who are here on time, top of the show. I see my brother Kiop up in there. I see my sister Sharita. How you doing? What's up, Allie Wally? How my kids doing? That's what my baby mama, y'all, in case y'all didn't know. Yes, I got two. I got deuces. So I'm glad to see y'all here. I see you, Kashan. What's up? Where's Asia? Asia up in this piece. So, yo, as y'all round up in here, just get up in here. Hope you have your libation ready. Hope you're ready just to have some good conversation. Tonight's guests are two phenomenal women that are making a difference, and they're doing what they do. They got a new podcast called You Better Than Me. And we're going to unpack what You Better Than Me is all about, because I'm not really sure what You Better Than Me is all about, but You Better Than Me is going to blow up, and You Better Than Me is going to be the talk of the town. So get ready to talk about You Better Than Me with the host of You Better Than Me on Pyro Media. But before we invite the wonderful ladies on the show, let's just chop it up for a bit. Let's chop it up. Let's have a good conversation. How is your day? How has your day been? How has your Tuesday been? Are you riding the wave? Are you just getting through life? Are you exhaling? How was your today? Hopefully your today is great. If your today was not so good, I hope that tonight's show really puts a smile on your face, or just puts you in a space where when you lay down to go to sleep on tonight, you can say, you know what? The day was kind of rough, but the Donta Show got me over that hump. So go ahead. Yes, come on. Awesome sauce. Sean Degree, you better testify, sis. Testify. Your day was awesome sauce. Come on, Kwame. You better exhale. Exhale, because it is time for the Donta Show. And for those that may not know, I am a minister, and I go to Church One Ministries in Long Beach. And every Wednesday, I open up our Wednesday in the Word Bible study. And one thing that I have hopefully gotten everyone that watches in practice of doing is breathing. Because one thing we don't do is we do not breathe. We go through all the motions. Come on, Thais. I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days. Yeah, some sleepless nights. But when I look around, yeah, and think things over, all of my good days outweigh my bad days, and I won't complain. Woo! Thais, you better drop it up in there. You better drop it in there. Come on. What's up, Dana? How are you doing? God's been good to me. Hey. Yes. Anyway, like I was saying, I start church service when I do that, and I just ask everybody to breathe, because one thing that
yes.
I can't. One thing I've noticed when it comes to Christians is when you say the word like meditate and all that, they get so thrown off. I ain't Buddhist. I ain't finna meditate. I ain't doing all that. No, meditate, breathe, find your center, and then just sit there. Sit there so you can be focused on what the Lord wants to say to you. So I don't know where that came from or who that was for, but learn to breathe. Learn to just breathe. Learn to just sit there and just say, okay, God, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to meditate. Speak. And when you ask God to speak, shut up. Just shut up and let him talk, and just, I'm just saying, but yes, y'all, yes, we can complain about a lot of stuff. We can complain about just everything that's going on right now, everything we are seeing, everything we're experiencing, all the ups and downs. We can't complain. We really can't complain. But you know what? I'm not going to. Because what has complaining ever gotten you? What has sitting back complaining ever gotten you? If you're complaining with no action, with no next steps, with no way to resolve, you're just whining. No one likes a whiner. We even tell our little kids, hey, come on now, stop all that whining. Use your words. Say what you want. After a while, they're not gonna keep pointing and stop whining, tunk. Stop whining. Use your words. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. A lot of us need to stop whining. Just really stop whining and sit and identify, what do you want? What do you need? Articulate where you need help. And then you will see change start to come. But you know what? It takes practice. It takes practice, because if you're used to whining, if you're used to complaining, you have created a mindset within yourself that is not solution oriented. You just sit in the problem and just, oh my God, I can't believe that this bill comes every single month and I can't afford it. Well, then maybe you should cut down your cell phone minutes. Oh my God, I can't believe DirecTV is so high. Every single month, this bill is so high because I got HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, Stars, Playboy, Hustler. I got all this stuff on DirecTV, and oh my God, this bill just won't go down. No, the bill will go down. Take off some of them premium channels. Just get basic cable. Matter of fact, if you can't afford cable, get an antenna, get some rabbit ears. They sell them at Radio Shack. They sell them at Best Buy. You can go on Amazon and get some rabbit ears. Actually, you can stream everything. I'm just saying, it's solutions. Get more solution oriented. Jonathan, don't feel attacked. This is all here to help you. Yes, Tasha, stop whining and start winning. Get rid of that H in whining and start winning. Stop whining and that's a t-shirt, Tasha. You better brand that, copyright that. Stop whining and start winning. Key up, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh my God, why am I just stuck in this situation? Oh my God, I'm so hungry. Oh my God. What do you want? So we're not going to do that. We're going to just keep passing, because I got a great show on tonight. So y'all know the Donta Show is all about entrepreneurs. I love supporting entrepreneurs. I love supporting Black businesses. If you are an entrepreneur or you are a Black business and you want to get a little spotlight on the Donta Show, reach out to the Donta Show. Reach out to Pyro Media Network. I will plug your business. I will plug your album, your book. I will plug your tour. I will plug, because I'm all about plugging, because I believe the table is set for all of us to succeed. But if you sitting back saying, oh my God, no one's helping me get ahead, no one's promoting oh my God, and I'm giving you the option to promote your show, it's on you at this point. I'm not going to beg you to get on my platform, but if you want to have a little shine, come on over to the Donta Show. So reach out to Power Media Network and just get your plug in. If you have not subscribed to the Donta Show on YouTube, today is your day to do so. So make sure to go to youtube.com/Donta Morrison. Click that subscribe button, and guess what? You have just become a part of the village. It is just like walking down that aisle at church. Do you want to join the village? Will there be one? Will there be two? Come. Just go on over to YouTube and hit that subscribe. You're part of the village. All right, so let's get into tonight's conversation. I love having dialogue with my people that are on the move, especially those that have decided to cast their nets and launch their ships out into the deep and said, I don't know what's out there, but I'm going to go for it, because life is short. Life is short. So I hope and pray that this conversation tonight inspires someone and really just says, you know what? I can do it too. I have two great guests. They're going to be a part of the Pyro Media family. They are excited to be a part of the family. If you missed it at the top of the show, I gave the title of their show is the You Better Than Me podcast. You Better Than Me. Now, for Black folks, that can be a double entendre. It's like, oh my God, you're so much better than me. Or it can be, child, you better than me, because I wouldn't do it. I don't know how you interpret you better than me, but they're going to unpack this in about 2.2. Remember that? What show was that? 2.2? That was Love Connection. Chuck Woolley back in 2.2. So Kwame is going to show the You Better Than Me trailer. And then next up will be our phenomenal guest on tonight. Kwame, I am in your hands. What's up, Queens?
Hey,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Welcome to the Dante Show. I'm glad that you guys took time out of your hectic schedules to come on and chop it up with me about your brand new podcast, You Better Than Me. And like I said with the viewers, I'm not sure which direction y'all going with that. Is it like I wouldn't do what you do, or is it really a push of affirmation like, oh my God, you're better than me. You better be great.
I think you hit the nail right on the head with the double entendre because we giving that girl you better than me energy, but we about our positivity also. So, we can throw that little affirmations and all that in there also if need be. But
I
it's you
love
better
it.
than me.
I love it. Listen, make it do what it do. So, ladies, how about this? I'm gonna pass the baton over to you, and you can introduce yourself to my guests and let them know more about you. I got Kristin, I got Fallon. I know y'all got all kind of women empowerment conversations and topics and stuff of that nature. You got something called what's it called? Let me see. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh man, I had it right here in front of me, and I just lost it. But you're gonna pump it up. Oh, a tribe called Manifest. I love that little title. 'Cause I'm a big Tribe Called Quest fan. When I saw it, I said, "Oh my God, they bought the culture. They with it." So, Kristen, let's
Yes.
start with you. What's good?
Hi guys, I'm Kristen. So I am originally from Georgia and I reside in the DC area. So I'm just here. I am a girl's girl, a girl that likes to have fun, and I'm excited about this podcast with my good friend Fallon.
Love it, Fallon. You're up.
First of all, I don't know why she's giving this good girl goody goody. Oh, hi, I'm Kristen. Hi. Persona, but I'm gonna let her be that if that's what she want to be for tonight. But anyways, hey y'all, it's your girl Fallon. I am coming to you live from Houston. It's a little bit after Mama's bedtime, so I'm in my casual wear. I'm in Houston, from Houston, born and raised, attorney by day. A little bit of everything else by night, in any other given time. All right, and really just wanted to bring, something different. I feel like Kristen and I have unique perspectives and we just mesh so well together that the people they just needed to be a part of it. They needed to get down with us and I think it's going to be a lot of fun and going to help change a lot of lives.
I love it. I love it. So the concept, you better than me. And like I joked about and you confirmed it can be a double entendre. But who primarily are you talking to? Who is your target audience?
So it's for the people, and you'll hear us mention the people. That's what we call in our tribe,
Right.
the "You Better Than Me" family, the people. But the people know that they can do some ignorant stuff, so we trying to let them know that yeah, you can do your ignorance, but also there's a better way. So we hit them with the "Girl, you better than me." Like I'm not judging, but I am, but then I'm not. But then I also kind of want you to just know that hey, I get it but you be better than me. Now you better than me doing what you're doing, and we want y'all to do better. It's kind of
Exactly.
the
Or this is how
concept.
I did it, but you can do it just a little bit better. Or don't make the mistakes that I made.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's kind of like a affirmation type talks and whatnot.
Oh yeah. We giving the affirmations. We giving the real talk. We're giving just the perspective of two HBCU graduates who have lived a hell of a life and we want to catch the people and reach them and like let people know that hey, be better than us. Don't do what we did. Like if you can
Okay.
warn people ahead of time, then
Okay.
hey, at least they have the tools. They may not listen,
Right.
but you better than me if you don't.
And I'm gonna, this is what I do. Me, I'm not gonna push back, but I'm gonna just spark up the conversation a little bit. So how do you have those kind of conversations without coming across as judgy? Like you're judging someone for their journey or where they're at because you're both accomplished black women, HBCU grads. I know that one of you is a lawyer. How do you do this and remain relatable without coming across as pretentious and arrogant and think you've arrived and you better than me? Oh, you see what I did there?
Listen, I say, I have to do a good old black quote. Life for me ain't always been no crystal stair. I have not had the answers to every question. I still don't. And that's what keeps it real with us. We ain't here to tell y'all that we better than you. We just here to tell y'all that we done made some bad stuff, some mistakes and all that too. But you can be better than me
Okay.
and figure it out. So no arrogance, no judgment.
Yes.
We ain't high on the high horse at all when it
At
comes to it.
all, at all. And one thing about our podcast that you will see once you guys take a listen is that it's just us, like everyday people. Like we can be your big cousin, we can be, your auntie. Once you listen to it, it would definitely make you want to take off any of your airs that you may have on. I know right now I'm a little bit nervous, but once you listen to the podcast, you'll see my personality explode. So it's definitely not a situation where we're judging anyone at all.
Well, Kristin, so listen. So you want folks to listen to the podcast, right? So I got to pull your personality out.
Yes, you do.
I know the visual part usually is always difficult. When I first started, I started a podcast, and nobody saw me; they just heard my voice and all that.
Right.
Then we get in front of the camera, folks like, oh my God, I can now put a face to the voice and yada yada yada. You can't wear no bonnet. When you're in front of the camera. I mean, you can if that's your choice,
Right.
but you can't do all that kind of stuff. But what is it about you? And this is for you, Kristin, specifically. What is about you that you feel you have that's gonna make people like really listen and really take heed to what you're sharing?
I think the one thing about me that my friends say often is that I'm a connector. And I think that once you listen, you see that comes through. I always say I know a little bit about a whole lot of things. And so on our show, you kind of get that. We were speaking and Fallon found out some things that she didn't know about me. So once you take a listen, you'll see that I'm pretty much the person that pieces things together. I can give you that affirmative word, but then again, I can let you know, girl, I would not do that if I were you. Like, let's try it this way. Or what made you think to do something of that nature? So I really think just drawing from my personal experience and just being that big sister, that auntie. I mean, I think it helps with people to listen to our podcast.
And with all the competition, this is for both of y'all, with all the competition out there right now, the pandemic, it brought on a series of podcasters, bloggers, vloggers, and all kind of stuff. What is going to really set you apart? And I know that you guys have a concept and a design, but right now there is so much going on. And I think, Jada Pinkett, just for example, with the Red Table Talk, really elevated what can be done with Facebook Live and all that. And other people that have come out, that Amanda Seals has just elevated the power of social media and how these platforms can be used to have such a phenomenal influence. What is gonna make your podcast really stand out? Because I'm already excited for it. I feel the energy, I feel the vibe. But what is gonna make you guys just stand out amongst this sea of just oversaturation, for lack of a better way to put it?
Well, first and foremost, Donta, that little bonnet shade for the people, this a turban, so y'all don't be dragging me like old boys.
I know a
Right,
culture. I know a bonnet versus
right.
a turban.
So this a turban, just so the people know that. For two, I don't think that we have any competition. We never looked at it as us in competition with anyone else. We know the power of our words. We know the power of our voices. And we didn't, I mean, we kind of been around for a long time. We both were bloggers. We both have been having longevity in just like content creation and just kind of having a social media presence. So I feel like it's more so of identifying our tribe than any competition. And I think just the authenticity of our personalities and in the experiences that we've been through is going to make the people who are supposed to be with us be down with the cause. And
I
that's
love
just
it.
my opinion. What you got to say, Kristin?
No, I definitely feel the exact same way. I think the only competition that we have, and we've talked about this briefly, it's just being better the next time. Like every time we record or every time we do something, just the next time looking at ways that we know that we've improved personally, and we hope that that can convey, with all of our listeners. So I think that's what it is. Competition is just ourselves being, having that black girl magic on the next episode, and then stepping it up a little
Mm-hmm.
bit further the next time, and just doing amazing things, and meeting amazing people. So I think that's the competition for us.
No, I love that. And I was on a show last week and the question was asked, what advice do you have for anyone that's trying to do this kind of stuff, be an influencer or whatnot? And my advice to everybody has always been stay in your own lane. Do what you can do and do it well. And I've noticed that a lot of folks they focus so much on high views and all that kind of stuff that they're missing the people that really could benefit from them being just honest about who they are and not trying to fit in these
Mhm.
other boxes. And I think there's room at the table for everybody. I think YouTube be able to influence, individuals that probably won't be influenced by other more well-known personalities. It's all
I
about being
agree.
relatable. It's just doing
Right.
what you have been called and assigned to do. I think that's the most important piece. What do you think the gap is that's currently out there when it comes to just how I'm just gonna say black women, how black women are having to navigate through life right now in this current dispensation and time with all this stuff that's going on. What do you want to really encourage black women to be or understand?
I would say unapologetic in their uniqueness. Just the whole idea of conforming and trying to fit in with people who don't have the same hue as us has probably been our downfall for so long. And just being able to navigate life and walking in your own feet without feeling as if you have to compete with your sisters or your cousins or your aunties or whoever. Um, it's that's gonna get you farther than anything.
I
I love
agree.
that. I
There's a
love
good
that.
book. There's a good book, and it has a little quote in it that says, "I am who I am." So I always check in with my friends on social media. Like as Fallon mentioned, we have a presence already, and I'm always checking in constantly just to see the me that you see outside of all of this. Is it the same that you see online? And I'm
Listen,
very, very on point with that because I always want to be myself. That's all I have.
I love that. Yes, 100%. And I talked about that last night on my show. I talked about the importance of holistic health, really just
Mm,
mind, body, and spirit. And oftentimes when we look at social media or whatever the case may be, people are really focused on their physical appearance. They're
mhm.
focused on make sure my face is beat or my hair is right or
Right.
my body got to be tight. But then mentally, they're just so overwhelmed with so much stuff. And then spiritually, they're just disconnected. They can't seem to find that spiritual base or that grounding that they need to make it from day to day. But they look good. They look good. So just in these conversations that you're going to have, and then we're going to talk more about your actual show after commercial break. um, when you think about that, how are you going to interweave just holistic well-being into your conversations?
So I think us both, we've kind of adopted the mentality that it's more than just the mouth piece going. You really have to feed into your body, your soul, self-care. And I don't even consider getting your hair and your nails done self-care. That's just maintenance. Self-care is like exercising your boundaries,
Right.
finding you a ritual or spiritual practice that works for you, that feeds your soul. Just skincare, taking care of your body. It don't mean being the baddest or skinniest or whatever, but loving the
Right.
skin you're in, being healthy. Like those things are so important to us both that I think it's pretty evident after a conversation or two with us that we are about not just the mouth service. We practicing what we preaching over here and then plants and skin glowing and all this and all that is really who we are and what we're about.
And one part of self care to me, especially with this podcast journey, is knowing when to stand in your no. And I think that's big for women. And I think it's really big for Black women. Standing
Uh-oh.
in your no and just knowing that, that is a full and a complete sentence. And you stand on it
Uh-oh.
and you just move forward with it.
Kristen done woke up. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The Gemini is here. It should take a
Kristen
little
done
minute.
shook it off. The spirit is starting to move. Kristen said, I'm getting this. I get this. Yo, Kristen, stay right there. I want to unpack that. That is so powerful. I love the power of no. And yes, the no is a complete sentence. But how do you say no when you have so many things you feel like you must say yes to? Don't answer that question. We'll be back in 2 and 2. Is that right, Kwame? Two and two. Real Chuck Woolery. We'll be back in a second, y'all.
Pyro Media Network is a proactive network focused on providing innovative space for content creators and entrepreneurs. PMN is dedicated to giving its viewers a diverse entertainment experience while helping content creators elevate their production, engagement, and overall branding. To date, PMN has reached over 1 million viewers and listeners internationally, produced over 72 successful shows with high ratings and fanfare, and has housed over 135 content creators, brands, and businesses through entertainment and consulting services exclusive to Pyro Media. Pyro Media Network is a space that makes you feel at home. So if you or someone you know wants to make an impact, then contact PMN by visiting www.pyromedianetwork.com, and we will take your production to the next level.
We are back for the second half of the Donta Show with the host of the new podcast on Power Media Network called You Better Than Me, or You Better Than Me. So our guests, Kristin Askew and Fallon Renee Hamilton, are here on tonight. And ladies, thank you for this much needed conversation and dialogue. Before the commercial, Kristin dropped a nugget on the people. She just really did a mic drop and sat back like, yeah, I said it. Really talking about the power of no and why no is a complete sentence. And I joked in the comments and I said, y'all be saying yes to everything and wonder why you so sleepy. Now, I know me, I'm a Capricorn, and as a Capricorn, I take on more than I can chew often, and then I am so wrapped up in just trying to make sure everything and everybody is okay that I oftentimes forget about myself and what I should be doing to take care of me. And sometimes for a lot of people, saying no can be uncomfortable. It can feel awkward. You feel like you're letting people down. So what advice would you give to somebody that just has problems saying no?
You know the little quote that everybody is saying, I got to put me first, Lucius. I think you need to have that replaying in your head, seriously. Because there are times where people will put other people before themselves and then they miss out on so many things because they're pleasing other people. So that's one thing that I think about, like, how is this going to make me feel? And at this point, it's not even just no. Sometimes it's immediately no. I will say there are times when I have kind of like wavered just a little bit. Like I told Fallon recently about a situation and I'm like, I just don't want to be the bad guy because I'm really good at saying no. But sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be the bad guy. But it's like, girl, go back to your no. And my grandmother was just like, you already blunt, just say no and be done with it. And so I'm just taking her advice, just saying no and being done with it.
What about you, Fallon?
I'm a Scorpio, so I'm one of them people who is keen on boundaries and a little air of mystery. I have no problem saying no. I probably say no more than I should. I'm the person that my friends can depend on to if I feel like not being somewhere, I'm going to walk out. If I don't like somebody's energy, I'm going to walk away from them. If a conversation is not what it needs to be, I'm going to end it. So I'm very well versed in my no's. Now I probably need to work on my work no's a little bit more, but personal no's, nah, it's a no. I stressed and stretched too thin to have any qualms about offering Fallon to any situation or place, person, or whatever. In this good old age of 40, it ain't gonna happen.
And that's something, and Paul Jackson just, did a transparent share saying, not knowing when to say no, I had 2 strokes in my 20s. And I think that's something important that we should all recognize, how taking on too much and trying to juggle the weight of the world can really be a demise to your physical health. And that's when we talked about that whole holistic approach, mind, body, and spirit. Your mind is overwhelmed because you're trying to just juggle it all, which really has a negative effect on your physical condition. And then you don't even have time to pray or meditate or center yourself spiritually because you're so consumed and so busy working. So at some point, you got to shut down, tune everybody out, tune everything out, and just really sit in the no and say, okay, let me work on me, putting me first. But again, that's difficult to do. And then I'm talking to two Black queens. What do you tell a single mother, 3 children, 2 jobs, all these obligations, and she feels like, well, if I say no, things are going to fall through the cracks. If I say no, somebody won't eat. If I say no, it's like I can't do it. And I had this epiphany last week. I was thinking about single Black mothers and the number of them who are out there who really don't have the baby daddy in the picture, or the baby daddy's in the picture when it's convenient because he still got to go to basketball games with his homies. He got things to do. And I hate when I hear a dad say, I'm babysitting my kids. Nah, bro, you ain't babysitting your kids. But what would you tell a woman out there that's just trying to navigate all of this and it feels like the weight of the world is on her shoulder?
Well, for me, I have 2 close friends who are single mothers, both amazing mothers, both doing what they can. But one thing that one of my friends has is a village. So if you're fortunate enough to have a village, learn how to lean on your village. If it's your friend group that's there, if it's your family, your trusted people that you can talk to, learn how to delegate. Learn that most times saying no is not going to be the end of the world. If it's a situation of life or death, of course, don't say no. But for most things, everyday occurrences that we come through, if the village can't help you, sometimes sacrifices can be made. Sometimes we can lead on other people, but it's always going to be a pot of gold at a rainbow from what I've seen. And even with the most stressful moments with my 2 close friends, they're both still amazing mothers who are flourishing and doing what they have to do for their children. But they do flourish even more when they find time for themselves.
I definitely agree. That was going to be my answer too. Have a village. I think the beauty of having friends that are single with no kids is that we can play the role of the village people. And that's a great thing because while I don't have kids, I enjoy being in the presence of kids. So I can give you a little bit of downtime. So it's very important to have those people around. One thing I would say is also just being authentically you, because I do believe that you attract good people when you are a good person. And one thing that my grandmother always says is that God has a ram in the bush. So, when you do that, things will work out for you. And you may not even know how it's going to work out, but it will just work out for you. So
I think that I loved how you talked about the single women that can step in and really, really be that assistant or be that guide. It's like how you have kids who want to go with their favorite auntie.
right.
And that favorite auntie usually is the single auntie, the turn up auntie, because she's like, I ain't got no kids, I ain't got nothing to do but just have fun with y'all,
Right.
And then send you back home to your mama.
That's
And I
me.
think right, having that turn up auntie is really cool, or that turn up godmama, or whatever the case may be. So but I think it's also important for people to voice when they need help.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And this is another question. What would you say to that strong woman who feels like she has it under control, but you're the friend on the outside looking like my girl's gonna crash and burn?
I just said something to a friend. I think it was last weekend or maybe 2 weeks ago. She's a single parent as well. And she ended up going to the doctor for something and she ended up having to be put into the emergency room. So she calls me. She's like, don't be alarmed. I'm in the emergency room, but I just wanted to let you know I was here. So I'm like, do you need me to come? I can come now. I'm doing nothing. I'm like, once you get done, call me back. You don't need to take Uber. Like, you've just been in the emergency room. And she's like, okay, I'll call you back. She never called me back. So she finally tells me she's out. I see her the next day, we go to dinner, and I said to her, I said, listen, I know that you want to be a superwoman. I said, but that's why you have friends. I said, we all need someone, and I'm here to be your someone if if you need that. And I went on to say, sometimes we don't have our parents around or family around because I don't either. So there may be a day where I'm going to need you to step in and fill in the gap for me. And she was like, please hush or I'm going to start crying. But sometimes you just really have to put things to people like on their level. Like, I understand you have an issue asking for help, but I'm not asking you to ask me. What I'm saying is I'm telling you that I can be that help that you need. You don't even have to ask. I'm just going to step up and just be there. So
Yeah.
it's a pride thing though.
Yes.
Unpack that, Fallon. Go ahead.
I
That hit
was
your
gonna say
spirit.
that,
Unpack it.
yes, my big thing is everybody needs help. We were not put here to be just individuals navigating life by themselves. There's no judgment. There's no, oh, you weak if you asking for help. Like people are meant to be in community. People are meant to lean on the community and use the resources and people around that are meant to help you. I may know something or know a resource that you may not know. I may have experienced whatever and have the answer. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help. There's no
Right.
judgment. Even at this grown age of 40, we still trying to figure stuff out. Like, we're still learning on our own. I ask Kristen all the time for advice. I talk to my friends who have kids. Okay, well, I heard this. You may not know it, but some my mama might have said might be just what you need. Just not being ashamed, not being prideful. Like, get throw that pride out the window and all that superwoman
Right.
stuff need to go too because that ain't it. Ain't
It's not.
nobody trying to wear no cape forever. Like we deserve some rest and some peace and some joy and some luxury and some no obligation. So
A
if all
woosah
that
moment.
superwoman,
Right.
It's a
yes, forget
woosah
all that
moment.
Time away
superwoman.
from the kids. And if you're married, time away from the husband too. Like you just need some me time. So
Get to know you again.
Me
yes.
time.
Just accept the help. I like
Right.
what
Yes.
Alexandra Diggs just shared. She said, it's not always pride for me. I just don't want to feel like I'm bothering people. I feel like I decide to have my children and I shouldn't put some of the hard stuff on others.
But I feel like you will know the people. If you have a true
Yeah,
village, then you will know your village and your village people will know you and it won't be a bother.
Say
I
exactly.
that
mean,
again,
my friend
Kristen.
could call me. It won't be a bother. You'll know your village and they will know you. If my friend was at work late and she needed me to pick up her daughter, I hope that she would know and trust that I will go and get your daughter. I will drive safely, stop at every stop sign and red light to ensure that you have your daughter. I mean, I can be that person so you don't have to, you can alleviate some of the stress because guess what? I may need that help, I may need you to help me out. So, and I want you
Right.
to be the same type of friend to me that I am to you. So,
And I
And I
think
think
that is
that
so important. And
learning.
it's so beautiful
Mhm.
when people know they have a village. Go
right.
ahead, Fallon. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
No, I was gonna say that just learning to accept help has made such a big difference in life for me. We put so much on ourselves and are afraid to say, "Hey, I'm overwhelmed," but being a caring
Hmm.
and accepting person, softening yourself, not feeling like you're bothering anyone. Like sometimes people feel good being able to help. Like we're robbing
Right.
people of that joy in and of itself. Like
Right.
sometimes people are looking and wanting to help, and if you're putting up that shield, then it's just doing both of you an injustice. And like Kristen said, a village, a real true community is never gonna be bothered. Now if it's some foolishness like, oh girl, I wanna go out to the club and it's
Right.
Tuesday night and you calling with something and the kids
Right.
ain't ate and ain't nobody diaper been changed. Extreme situations is when your village is gonna be like, girl, you better than me. I'm not trying to go out there
Exactly.
with
Don't call me.
yeah. But if it's like genuine
Right.
help, girl, you need me to go to the store for you, I'll do that. Like
Right.
Right.
that's how it
And especially
works.
now with Amazon and whatnot, it's a simple click to help. What you need?
Right.
Oh,
Mhm.
boom, boom, boom. Your
Yep.
Uber
I'll
Eats is
send
on
you
its
some
way. I
food.
ain't got to leave my
Yeah.
house to lend a hand. And I like what Sharitha said. Sharitha said, but when God gives you a village, it's because he knows who will be there without throwing it in your face.
Exactly.
Amen.
I
And I
agree.
think that's the part that most people who need help, I don't want you to come back and make me feel like I'll owe you. If you
Mhm.
volunteered to assist or said you'll be there or said call me whenever and I take you up on that, don't come back a year and a half later talking about, well, if it had not been for me, then yada, yada, yada. Because now we got to fight.
We do
Yep.
Now we
immediately. We
You
have to
gotta
fight.
fight. Yeah, you're
we
blocking your
have
own
to.
blessings by saying
Yeah.
that.
Right. Right.
And BJ said it best over there on YouTube. But can you truly say that you really know someone, especially when it comes to the no judgment zone? BJ, I think people reveal themselves over time. I tell people that I meet, everybody starts off with an A. Everybody starts with an A. Now it's up to you to maintain that A. If in 6 months you were down to a D, then more than likely we ain't gonna be friends no more because you can't sustain your grade. you know, you didn't start off with where I thought you were. I try to give everybody a chance and try not to base people on what other people have done to me. You know, it's like, well, this person did this, but all right, I'm gonna give you an A here. But BJ, I get what you're saying. It can be difficult if you continue to go through just bad, raggedy, you better than me type situations and giving folks that opportunity. But it really boils down to just trusting your gut and your discernment.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know,
Discernment is a big one. And
yeah.
knowing your personnel, know your personnel, know who you're dealing with, and trust your energy, trust your gut. You know who is bad energy the minute they walk through the room. You know the people who are really cutting for you the minute you interact with them. So just discern and you gonna learn.
And what I've also noticed is that when I have conversations with people and they start talking about and when they start talking about the person that did them dirty or whatever. And I usually always stop and say, are you really surprised? Like, are you really surprised? You know, well, I didn't think that, well, I mean, I did, they do it to me. Well, what makes you different than every other person that they did it to?
That they did it to.
You know, it just wasn't your turn
Exactly.
yet in line.
Right.
You know, now it
Mm,
was your turn. So I think a lot of times if we just stop and assess people that have dogged us out or whatever, it was always something that showed us that they had the potential
mhm.
to do that. And then when it happened, yes, it does hurt, it does sting, but are you really shocked and surprised? Because that person has showed you what they've done to others.
Right.
It just wasn't your
Mhm.
turn.
But
And
you
now
know
that
what?
it's your turn, you know, deal with it.
If you really want to be bold about it, all you got to do is just pray and ask Jesus to show you. And it take about 2 to 3 business days. 2 to 3 business days. Listen, and that
Like a
person will
COVID
be
test.
gone. They will be gone out your life.
Listen, real talk. So, ladies, let's talk about the show. When does the show air? You know, how can people tune in? How can they connect with y'all? This is y'all time to list promo. You better than me. So, when does it air?
Yes. So you can catch us next Wednesday, April 27th. We're super excited.
Yes.
You're going to see us all on the Instagrams and the social medias talking our stuff. But we're going to be out here. We're going to be there. We're going to be out here amongst the people.
Right.
Which platforms?
So you can find us on Instagram at the You Better Than Me podcast. You will be able to catch us streaming on all podcast streaming medias. I don't even know the proper terminology for it, but anywhere you can catch some good podcasts, you'll be able to catch us. The Apples, the Spotify's, all of them.
Got
But
it.
yeah,
And you're
we'll be
on Pyro
dropping.
Media, correct?
Definitely on
Yes,
Pyro Media Network.
we done got
So
Definitely.
signed to the
everything that we need to
label.
know about y'all will be on Pyro Media's page. How about that? Look at that. Look at that.
Yes.
What's up, L. Thomas? I'm glad you stumbled on my YouTube page, man. Make sure to subscribe and continue to follow. Thank you so much. The Dante Show is all about empowering the Black community, elevating Black entrepreneurs, and giving folks a platform to have non-judgmental conversation about the stuff that we are dealing with. So welcome to the village, Thomas, over there on YouTube. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So, ladies, the You Better Than Me podcast airs on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and then everything Power Media. So, Power Media
Yes,
is on
definitely.
YouTube, Facebook. You know, just Power Media is everywhere. So the
hmm
podcast will be live there. What days? Wednesday. What time?
10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And that's weekly, right?
hmm
Yes. It
What's
is
the
Every
first show
weekly.
Wednesday.
about? Can we get a sneak? What's the first show? What's the first topic?
We
Oh, we
we
can give you a sneak, a little
little
What's the
sneak.
sneak
sneak? What's the sneak
A little
sneak?
sneak is about no new friends.
No new friends?
No new friends.
because we was new
Really?
friends,
Yeah, we're
and
very
this
new
new friendship.
friends.
Yeah, this new friendship is about to birth some divine things. So we basically letting the people know that don't get caught up in it, no new friend phenomenon.
Right, right.
Okay.
Block your blessings.
And you also got to make sure your core is stable enough to support a new friend. Because some folks
Hmm.
be inviting all these folks to the table, and it's like, well, not yet, too soon. You know, not yet, too soon. You know, I ain't got room for no new friends. I ain't got no room yet. You know, I got to fix what I currently
Right.
have. You know,
Right,
I love
right.
that. We got a question for y'all. Jonathan Davis wants to know, what HBCUs did you both attend?
Ooh, I went to the illustrious Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana for undergrad, and the Texas Southern University for law school.
Love
So I
it.
went to Albany State University in Albany, Georgia.
Love it, love it, love it. Black Queens, HBCUs. I love it. And you know why I like having one of these kind of shows, because with all the stuff that we see on TV, social media, the reality shows, it seems like the image of black women, we don't get balance. The ratchet, if you in a ratchet mood, yeah, check out a ratchet show, whatever, get your life the whole nine. But then there's no balance to show the other side of black women. Black women are
Right.
beautiful, black women are powerful, black women are smart. All black women ain't throwing bottles and throwing tables and whatnot. And if that's your get down, that's your get down. You better than me. But I love to show the other side, to let people know the black community is so diverse, is so beautiful, is so many different components to it. So don't try to box us all into one category.
I agree.
Jonathan is a Grambling State University alum. So we got some other HBCUs. Listen, if you went to HBCU,
Okay,
shout your school out. Go ahead. Since Jonathan want to start this conversation,
Right.
go ahead and shout your school out.
I
You part of a
mean,
fraternity or sorority. Shout your frat out. Shout your sorority
we're gonna let
out.
Jonathan make
Go ahead.
it. I would say
I'm
Jonathan
gonna
would
shout
be
everything
my
out.
rival.
Y'all
We're,
all
fr-
about
we're
fraternity.
fraternity you and Jonathan.
Yeah, John, are you a frat, Jonathan? Are y'all in the sorority?
I am. I'm in a sorority.
You're not
Today
proud
I
of it,
am.
Kristen? You're not proud of it?
No, I'm very proud of it. But we have
That's a
ongoing
look. That's
conversations.
a whole episode.
I always say I'm
Oh,
an
Yeah.
individual before I say I'm in a sorority. So I'm just Kristen, but I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So yes, I am.
oh, you're a ski weir.
Yeah, to be 21 years this year.
Wow. So we got a Delta on here, Renee. We got Delta Sigma Theta. We got a
Okay, Greek
Kappa
love.
on here. So
I
they
see
up in
Jonathan
here.
and
They up in
Renee.
here. Y'all get it. Come on, Divine Nines. Y'all up in this place. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yo, everybody, listen. I want you guys to check out the You Better Than Me podcast, airing every Wednesday on Pyro Media Network. These two phenomenal queens are going to have a blazing show that's really going to just challenge us to be better and be greater. We got Kyrie Sinaj, Wilberforce University. Come on, Kyrie.
Wilberforce.
Come on, Kyrie. Better and greater. And I think it's so timely and it's so needed. In their first episode, no new friends.
No new friends.
All of y'all that's out there with your picnic basket, picking up friends and putting them in the basket like you just harvesting grains and wheat and whatnot. No, empty that basket out, and they're gonna help you reevaluate, what needs to, be sitting, who needs to be sitting at your table. And I think it's
sure.
time, because as we see as we see all this pandemic shifting and whatnot, and as we begin to re-enter society, folks need to understand that the world is different. People have changed, personalities have changed, worldviews have changed. It's a lot of stuff that has changed, and we have to acclimate ourselves to this new normal of how the world is going to be. So before we start pulling on new friends, make sure you're ready for this new era we finna step into. So I love that. How many shows I got lined up so far?
So far, we have. Ooh, how many do we have?
I know we at least have 8. At
Yeah.
least 8.
I think we
Okay.
gonna bring the people. I think 12, about 8 to
12.
12.
Love it. So y'all got a season.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have a season.
Y'all gonna take us down to July. All right. So y'all got a season of shows ready. So y'all make sure. So if you don't know how to access it, make sure to follow Pyro Media Network on Facebook, Pyro Media Network on YouTube, and you'll get all the links to check out the You Better Than Me podcast starring Kristin Askew and Fallon Renee Hamilton. This is your time now to give your closing comments. So go ahead.
Oh, you gonna go, Kristen?
I'm gonna let you go.
Okay, because
Fallon, give us your closing comments first.
I'm about to
Right.
say, I don't have no problem talking. I'm gonna bid the people farewell, and I look forward to interacting and welcoming everyone into the village come next Wednesday. Auntie, it's 10 o'clock here. No, it's 11 o'clock here in Houston. So Auntie's getting ready to go to bed. But you better than me if y'all up all night, staying up doing what y'all do, because I be sleepy. But anyways, it's been a pleasure kicking it with you all. And I can't wait to welcome you to the tribe next week. And I will kick it off to Kristen.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed speaking with everyone today. I look forward to having you guys listen to the podcast. You can definitely follow us on Instagram at the You Better Than Me podcast. You can definitely find our personal pages there. I will say I didn't mention, but I am Team Gemini. So once you hear the podcast, do not be surprised because there are many levels to me, many levels and layers. So I just can't wait for you guys to check us out.
I love it. So y'all make sure to check them out next Wednesday right here on Pyro Media Network. Ladies, thank you for taking the time out. Fallon, you're done. You can go lay down now. Your hair's already wrapped.
Yes,
So you
go
can
put
just
my
go lay
gown
down.
on.
It's 11 where
Yeah,
she's at, but it's 12
I
where
don't know
I
why
am.
she's so exhausted. They're just whooped and worn out. Kristen,
yeah,
thank you for staying up later than 11, Kristen. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
yes. But Kristen
All right,
used to
everybody,
being up.
don't
She from the
leave. Stay right
streets.
there. I'm going to close out the show officially. Good night, y'all. Give it up for tonight's guest, y'all. That's it for tonight's episode of the Dante Show. Thank you for riding with me. Thank you for rolling with me. Thank you for being here. I will see y'all next week. Well, no, I won't see you next week because I'll be in Jamaica. I'll be out. I'll be gone. So we'll be on our show next week. But thank y'all for rolling with us. Thank you for making sure the Dante Show stays visible, stays on the platform. LT, thanks so much for joining the village on tonight over there on YouTube. I appreciate you. Y'all remember, we got a lot going on in the world. So please stay safe, stay calm, breathe, meditate. Follow me on Instagram, Dante_Morrison. Follow me. Take time to get centered. Practice holistic health. That's mind, body, and spirit. So eat right, breathe, pray. Village, subscribe to the YouTube page. Make sure to just follow us over there on YouTube. Do what you got to do. And after you do that, just center yourself and know that I thank you. I appreciate you. I love you abundantly. We're still in a pandemic. So regardless of what that one judge said about taking the mask off and hopping on flights and carrying on and whatnot, use the wisdom that God gave you because COVID is still in the air. Period. It's in the air. So I'm strongly suggesting that you keep wearing your mask, practice social distancing, wash your hands, and get tested. Know your status, just like HIV. Know your status, know your COVID status. Don't walk around untested because you can be living with the virus and infect someone else that's not vaccinated. So, we're all in this together. All right. So until next time, be safe, stay safe, be mindful, be wise, walk in wisdom, breathe, exhale, and don't complain. So I'll see you next 2 weeks. Take care. God bless.
My shit. Yeah, my shit. Yeah, see.
And don't complain.